The Sports Ball Stuff podcast is brought to you by The Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. Pulpery Media presents Sports Ball Stuff with your hosts, Brock and Ben. This is where we discuss the major sports stories that intrigue us and the little stories that enrage us. How do you feel about the Golden Matter?
It's awesome. Only there, I saw the most beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna say Twitter is a fucking hellscape, but I saw the most beautiful Twitter string I've ever seen in my life. Where like somebody was like, "Oh my god, this is the worst thing." Actually, the first comment was, "Bases loaded, nobody out, bottom of the ninth." Ohtani comes up and he strikes out. Does that mean I can bring him back up to the plate?
Yes.
Next guy was like, yes, but the opposing team gets to use their Platinum P.
See, that's how it should.
Which means they can call it an automatic out. And then the next guy was like, yeah, but shouldn't that need a fan vote? He was like, yes, but only if you get the first two right. Then you get the third. And it devolved into this thing.
Thank you for... It exactly exemplifies the futility of this fucking dumbass idea.
Exactly. So, like, I'm with the people who are in the boat. Like, the pitch clock, I was hesitant about only because I thought, like, the minutia would get in the way. But it's not. It has turned into the NBA shot clock, which is just, like, black or white, timer goes off, fuck you, whatever. We move on. The ghost runner in extra innings is terrible. Well, I get that we don't want to have like a game on May 17th in the afternoon going 16 innings, but that's how it's been for... I'm going to sound old, but that's just how... That's baseball.
Well, no, it's like nobody was complaining about that, by the way.
No.
Nobody was going like, oh, hey, we get free baseball.
The random game that goes over 12 innings is destroying
and
the
it's
game.
Also, it's majority of the problems, and this is going to make me sound old, but... The majority of the problems that baseball thinks it has is facilitated by like just nonsensical arguments.
Right, arbitrary shit.
It's a long game. Oh, it's not a 4-hour game like NFL is.
No, and NFL is like time.
Yeah, stop, start. Like there's more.
That's why soccer kicks ass.
Right,
because
exactly.
I can sit down
and hockey.
And in 2 hours, hockey's the same way. I can sit down in 2.5 hours and watch a full game and then dip out.
Well, not even that, but it's continual action, right?
Right.
So, so that argument is fucking null and void. So
and trust me, I'm a super fan of the team that like made everybody look at, oh my god, look at the length of games. Because the Yankees and Red Sox played every postseason for an eternity.
Well,
and people were like, oh.
Well, that's because they like it was one pitch and then a new pitcher and then that.
And except Grady Little pulling Mario. Pedro. But, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. But
I'm looking at you, Tim Wakefield.
Well, no, but that's not his fault. Like knuckleball pitchers get burned. It's like that's the art of the.
Aaron Boone threw a guy out there who hadn't pitched in 3 months.
Right. Yeah.
Like a high leverage situation.
Yeah. Exactly. So he inadvertently repeated a different version of
Right.
So, but it's here's my thing: is that the biggest problem with baseball right now is it is one of the most expensive sports to get your kids into.
It is.
And
like you cannot buy a baseball glove and a baseball bat
Oh, not even that.
And then cleats, which are like the 3 basic things you need.
Sure.
Right? Glove, bat, cleats. For less than $600.
But you know from a kid that's in soccer, like baseball in this country is almost twice as much as in terms of travel soccer.
Yeah.
So if your
Worse.
kid is supposed to be pretty good, you got to get them into travel leagues, and then you got to pay
There
for
are
that.
the TikToks of, we're going to go to Puerto Rico, and then 3 days later we're going to go to China. Yeah, that's thousands of... We have kids on...
Whereas
I
baseball in its heyday costs nothing to those kids. Same as football in its heyday costs nothing. Soccer in its heyday costs nothing.
I think that's why soccer today, other than when you get to high-level travel soccer, you can pick it up and play with a pair of cleats.
Yeah.
But
if you want to get recognized for the national teams,
now we're going to get into why the United States has an issue, which is everything is pay to play.
Yeah,
straight up, like that. That's just how our country is set up, and I don't know why.
Well, and then everybody goes, "Well, why does everybody want to be a basketball player? Because it just fucking takes a ball, like
like a milk carton, literally."
Yeah.
You have
schools.
AAU teams.
It doesn't cost literally a dime because
every school's got a gym.
Yeah.
And then you've got AAU, which is established. Yes, you have to pay money, but still, it's not. Now I'm gonna get into fucking kids spending money on sports, but why do you think the United States men's national team can't compete? Because it's nepotism.
Well, and to that effect of like, you look at the inverse of that. Why is the women's national team as good as it is? Because they are fucking thirsty.
Right.
And even after winning multiple World Cups, they still
thirsty.
They still know they have to prove themselves over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Yes.
Even though now they're getting paid the same as the men on the national teams. But it's like, for some odd reason, you don't get the same respect.
There's still
like
the chip on your shoulder.
Yeah. As it should be, because it's not. Like, they don't... It's the same... Yeah. It's the same... It's the same as fucking when Kate Winslet gets interviewed and they ask her about Titanic. And not about...
I showed my titties, but I've done 37 movies that are way better than
I've
that.
won an Oscar, you motherfucker.
Right. I showed my titties.
But you're gonna ask me about Jack on the fucking door,
and then I let a guy die on a door. Like, okay,
he deserved to die. By the way,
they all deserve to die. She's the true villain. She's like, I lived because this jewel, and I let this guy fucking die because his cock was great and he could draw a fucking picture. While my husband, albeit an asshole, just wanted the best for me. She's the cunt. She's the reason. She's the iceberg on the Titanic. I love you, Kate Winslet. Yeah, you're great. Okay, can I bitch about the Rangers real quick?
Go for it.
These fucking assholes. Okay, conference finals.
Yeah.
First round exit. Conference finals. 6 games away from the finals. And they come out this season, and Shesterkin, Sheasty, was able to mask some shit to their start, but we are soft. Our defense is trash. Chris Kreider, I can't believe I'm going to say this. Kreids and Miko are just... there's something wrong in the locker room that needs to be addressed. And I fucking hate being a Rangers fan. Knowing that, like, a couple of tweaks, but we decided to let it ride, and that never fucking works.
Well, you know that's the history of Laviolette, is that he loses the locker room.
But it should be year 3.
I know.
This is 2.
I know.
Which leads me to believe that it's the age in the locker room, because if you look at the Rangers' age,
I was gonna say is
across
the I'm just saying
roster is
Laviolette's
25.
been around now, right? Like
I don't blame him at all.
No, he's worked his way up. He won a cup with Carolina.
Yep.
He got the Predators to the finals.
I think he got the Flyers to the finals.
He did too. Yeah, that's where let's start some jam. Yeah,
and then he got the Rangers in his first year. Albeit it's been a solid squad.
Yeah.
But it's a little stagnant now. But he brought them within 2 wins of the finals.
And I think he's
and
understood.
And he lost to a way better team, by the way.
And that was his MO going into, Philly, he lost the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
Nashville, he eventually did it. He lost it. But it was because they thought he was too overbearing and stuff like that. So I don't think that he would make the same. Yeah,
He's stubborn. No.
But he knows how to win.
He does.
And that's the thing, is that
right now, watching the Rangers play hockey, it is lazy. Just guys not covering on the back and guys letting dudes in the crease. I saw a stat that the Rangers are giving up more grade A chances than anybody.
Yeah.
And your goalie can only cover for that much.
That's the beauty part about hockey, is that they can quantify when your goalie sucks and when it's the people around.
Exactly, because they understand the quality chance versus the chance versus just a shot on goal.
Yeah.
Soccer should do that.
Yeah.
They have goals against average and goals for average, but they don't have high scoring opportunity, a scoring chance, and then a shot on goal. The Rangers defensively were giving up so many high quality chances.
It's early.
It is. We're 18 games into an 82 game series, and we're still in the playoffs. We're not even to the trade deadline.
Again, it's and you do have, and I say this from somebody who watched them for several years. You do, and I truly believe Laviolette's not going to repeat many of the same mistakes.
No.
On the flip side, the team he left, and that's where I'm at right now, is that the talent is there, and it's not equating to what we want. So I'm maybe thinking that Barry Trotz's first managerial signing should not.
Who is the manager right now?
See, that's how bad he is. That I can't. I have to always look up his name.
Okay, Trotz needed to hire someone with experience to be able to put a bunch of veterans together.
Yeah,
and not a young guy who needs to build a team.
Right.
He needs a guy who can manage. But I don't know who that is right now. Oh my God, is not Dan Quinn.
So the current one is Andrew Burnett. And
don't know who he is.
He's got a really good pedigree. But at the same time, is that what you're seeing is that throwing in Stamkos and Shea and oh God, I'm blanking on the other dude's name. But yeah.
Marshall.
Yeah, thank you. Along with the following segment has been brought to you by The Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. The Sports Ball Podcast is a production of Pulpery Media, produced and edited by Ben Grimion, marketing by Brock Ryder, graphic design by Beck Ryder and Ben Grimion, music by the Heisenberg Compensators.